What's up YouTube? It's Warchungus here, and if you're watching this video today, I'm going to be covering the Rapid Assault chest rig. Now, if you guys have watched my other videos, I used to not be a big fan of chest rigs. I used to think that they were only good if you were a crew member, or if you were that guy that just liked them. Because I have no problem with people wearing their gear, whatever makes them the most comfortable. But after getting this chest rig right here, my opinion of chest rigs in general have just completely lifted up. And it's crazy, right? Because this guy right here looks like a tactical assault panel system. It looks like the chest rig that I dislike. Now, things to go into, right? Some big pros I already saw as soon as I got this chest rig was A, it was simple, and B, there wasn't a lot of moving parts. And I kind of just want to show you some of those simple parts. So first thing I saw when getting this guy were the straps. The straps are way bigger, and that's a good thing for me. I like big straps because when these mags are full and you have a legit radio in here and you have stuff in the internal pouches, the obviously the chest rig's gonna get heavier. And if you have those tiny thin straps like the TAP system had, those tiny thin straps with 2 radio pouches and all the mags, those tiny thin straps are gonna dig into your it's gonna dig into you and make you feel uncomfortable. Now, I'm guessing when Condor made this rapid assault system, they probably saw that from the taps and they didn't like it, right? So they made these bigger straps, which I like, and on top of having big straps, right, you got these little Molly thingamajigs here, and that's good, right? That means I can hook trucker mics up to this. I can hook any speaking device I need that can work in conjunction with my radio. Now, another thing is I've noticed that there's these little rings right here, and that obviously, that supports your little straw for your camelbacks, right? So when you got a camelback in the back, you can just route your straw and have your water up and close with you. That's another pro I like. So first thing at looking at this rig, the straps are a big deal for me, and I like that there's already they already thought about it. Now, going further into it, right? The TAP system had really small buckles, and small buckles in general can get damaged easier. Now, in the last video, I talked about how they're pretty sturdy and they don't, bother me. It's true, right? The parts are easy to replace, and that's good, but still, small buckles are still small, and they can still be damaged easily, especially, they're a little more fragile. Condor's Rapid Assault panel has fucking huge buckles, right? These guys are sturdy. I messed with them with a little, I messed with them for a little bit, and hard to break them. And if you do break them, right, these buckles are pretty easy to replace. You can see them in most surplus stores, and I'm pretty sure most chest rigs with Condor, they usually sell like repair stuff, or you can send this back and get a new one. Pretty simple chest rig, right? You got your male and female ends. Now, if you look at the pushing this more down, right, you have I have an X right here. I like harnesses that are in an X shape. I think they usually sit better, especially if you're wearing body armor. And, it's just a huge plus. I never like it when they're just straight across. It can cause a little bit of waviness when you have an X right here. You can usually adjust that X to make it fit on the back of the body armor better. So that's better for me. They have this little Velcro tab right here that you can take off, and you can adjust how your X can sit a little more even. Something I'm not used to that I saw was this buckle right here for the bottom of the harness. Nothing too crazy. You just simply click onto it and you pull. You got your male end right here with a little bulge on a bulging disc, and then you have a little hole right here that you can insert the disc into, and boom, it clips on just like that. All right, so we talked about the harness. Let's now move into the actual the Rapid Assault panel itself. So first thing I want to talk about is the 6 mag pouches. The TAP system had 2 extra radio pouches on the side that you could fit whatever, bigger items. There are no radio pouches for this system. It is simply just your 6 mags. Now, I've been able to fit AK mags in here, able to fit my Saiga magazines in here. I'm able to fit 2 of my 9mm magazines for my little pistol AR, and that's pretty badass. That means I can hold more than just the M4 mag thing. Another thing is the bands, right? The TAP system was secured by Velcro, And Velcro is not really a trustworthy system to secure your stuff in, because Velcro gets loose over the time and it just ruins the integrity of your mag security. Bands here are awesome because they sit right in. You can tighten them up, and if you need to get to your magazines, you just got to flick it to the side and pull your magazine. You're good to go. Now, another plus with having bands is that if you break the band, you can usually get some string and tie it back up, and until you can actually, until you're back from your match or training, or if you're on a mission, get back, you can find other means to replace it. Usually surplus stores have these same bands, which is awesome. Now the sides here, right? Rather than having the actual pouches for the radio, what they do have is they have these weird little elastic molly things that you usually use these little weird elastic bands here. Now these are usually built for tourniquets. As you can see, I have my tourniquet on the elastic stuff, but I need a place to put my radio, and this system, though it gives me a lot of room to still use the rest of my IOTV, it doesn't give me enough room to to have like the radio pouch just sit on the side of my body armor. So what I had to do was I had to get this radio pouch that requires 2 slots of molly, and I had to literally feed it into the elastic bands and kind of route it back up. But hey, I feel like if Condor Rapid Assault were to make a version 2 of this vest, I feel like the only thing they would need to add is an actual spot for your radio. Other than that, it's a pretty damn good vest. I was able to jerry-rig my radio problem, so this vest is still valid for me and it still works for me. Got my tourniquet on this side, so now I have a tourniquet on my left side, and then I still have a tourniquet on my right side, if you guys saw my body armor setup previously. And yeah, now I want to talk about the back side of the system. Let me oh, by the way, this is a waist strap. The waist strap right here, right? You throw on the chest rig. All you gotta do is get this around you like a little belt, plug her in, and it just sits like that. I like to keep mine kind of loose because, like, I do wear my chest rigs mainly with body armor, but hey, I can if I need to tighten this guy up a little bit because I'm gonna wear this thing without body armor for a longer duration, I can just simply adjust it with the little adjustables right here. But yeah, that's the waist strap. I feel like I don't really need to talk too much about the waist strap. Let's get back to the beef here. So the TAP system had 3 internal pockets. It had it had one here, one here, one here. All those pockets were pretty much, since the TAP system was kind of a thinner material, this is a little more sturdier. All the internal pouches in the TAP system were susceptible to getting damaged by weather. Especially the one on the far right, the one that was secured by a zipper. This guy does not have 3 internal pouches, obviously. This guy has 2 internal pouches. It has a internal pouch here in the center, which is pretty big. Let me refocus the camera. It has an internal pouch here in the center, which is pretty big. Oh my god, come on, camera. This guy has 2 internal pouches. It's got one here in the center, which is pretty big, and you can fit your land navigation stuff in here. You can fit electronics in here. You can fit your wallet in here. Anything that you can't risk getting damaged by weather can definitely go in this pouch. And it kind of proved that it can fit bigger things. I got a 40 round 5.56 mag. She sits right in, and I can even fit more stuff in there too. So that's the first thing I saw when it came to the internal pouches, is that the one that can protect you from weather conditions is the biggest internal pouch, and I like that. That's a good move, Condor. Now, for things you really don't give a shit about, if it gets hurt by the weather, you have this internal pouch. You can just get right to it quick. So I recommend putting things that you don't give a shit about, right here. But if you still need to use it, boom, you got it. Now, I did notice these 2 molly things right here, and I tried messing with them. I tried putting like a little butt pack on these things, something they hang below, but nothing. I don't really know what I can use these 2 mollies for. But hey, the more molly, the better. I'm glad that I have 2 little mollies things here. Maybe one day I might be able to use it for something, but I don't see the need for these 2 molly things fully, to be honest. So we talked about the front and the back. So now we're going to go on to actually putting the guy on. Okay, so this is how the chest rig looks without my body armor on. All right, and this is how the chest rig looks with my body armor on. So, boom. Flip up the IOTV first. Guy's nice and good. Got your old chest rig. Make sure the harness is in your nice flat X because you don't want to get in there and feel all weird. Once the harness is actually on, you make sure it's nice and seated. Kind of see in the back here. Thing is still in an X. You know, looks good, feels good. And all I gotta do next. Hold on, YouTube. Let me focus. I really hate that camera. And all I gotta do next is grab the seatbelt or the waist strap and clip her on in. Boom. Now I got it fully secured. Now you can kind of see where the chest rig kind of goes a little left up a little bit and a little right up a little bit. But once you get that X harness over properly, you get those straps situated. The guy sits perfectly fine, and it's definitely a thumbs up on my part. Now, as you can see, I'm still able to kind of remain somewhat flat, and I'm still able to access my mags easily. You know, I don't have to go through individual pouches. Everything is set right here. Only thing I gotta fight is a little band, which all you gotta do is, you know, flick that off, or, you know, just force her right out anyways when you pick her up. So, awesome to hear. Now, that's good. I am still able to have my my stuff mollied onto the sides. I still have my dump pouch mollied onto the sides. Got your old radio right here, and you know I'd hook up my trucker mic right here. Camelback, yep, on the rings. So you see how I'm checking off a lot of things. I got my liquids right here. Got my ammo right here. If I ever become a fucking casualty, boom, I got my IFAK right here, which I'm able to access, and this guy is stuck to my body armor. And most of all, my equipment, easy to access. So I'm good. Liquids check, ammo check. If I ever become a casualty, still able to access, and equipment is green to green. I'm good to go. I'm comfortable, I'm happy, and I'm able to do my job. So, my only con though is emergency dodging. We talked about it in TAPS, and I hate to be that guy that keeps referring to the last video, but it is important. If I pull this guy, I get stuck. So what do I got to do? Is if I'm gonna dodge out of this system, I gotta. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!